Shy Amos, aka ShySpeaks, is on a mission to not only follow her own dreams, but to use her lyrics to open the eyes of her listeners, and that way they can do the same thing she's doing. Her latest song is called Struggle, and she joins me to share so much more about the meaning behind it and some maybe new music that's coming along the way as well. Shy, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
So glad to have you. Okay, so I feel like you have a long list of just unreleased songs. And so how do you go about deciding, okay, I want to release this one, I want to keep this one to myself, maybe I could use this at a different time?
Okay, that's a good question. For me, I consider myself a message-driven artist. And so just because a message is resonating with me, that doesn't mean it's time for me to release it to the public, right? So it has to be released to the public when the time is ripe.
Okay, I like that. The world has to be right.
They got to be ready.
They got to be ready.
They gotta be ready.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about this specific struggle.
Okay, so struggle is, it's acknowledging that struggle is not limited to a zip code, right? So it's talking about the fact that it doesn't matter if you're in the top, the bottom, the middle, whatever people call that. We know that there's no longitude or latitude for it. And so I wanted to kind of make sure everybody felt seen in the song as it relates to that, and also encouraged for continuing to strive, right? So
that's big, because that is a hard lesson to learn, right?
Yeah.
I think societally, I don't even know if that's a word, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And the fact that we see struggle as this certain type, and it's like, it's not just this. It is a wide variety of things, and it can touch anyone. It does not just have one name on it. Tell me, because you sound so personally connected to it, what were you doing when you were writing it?
So there was an economic downturn that was happening. So people were getting laid off, and I was like, man, this is interesting, because this is hitting people from all different socio-economic backgrounds. And I also think it levels the playing field when you create a song that this person can relate to and this person can relate to, and we realize like there's no struggle comparison. We're all going through it in a different way. And so we continue to see waves of layoffs going on. And then there's parts in the song where it says you have these things and you have all of this, but that doesn't mean that these other things are taken care of. So there's some gap there, and there's this struggle. And yeah, so that was what was going on. Economic downturn, I want to talk about it.
You know what is so crazy? My next question for you was, why did you feel like now is the right time for you to release this song? But as you said earlier, the world is ripe. And so is that what it was?
Yes. When I look at like the food insecurity that was happening, kind of swooping throughout the nation, and I thought about the food banks and the different entities, organizations, and even individuals who were pulling together to say like, okay, this is how I'm going to help. I thought that was like very impactful. I thought it was very encouraging. And I also wanted to like talk about the fact of that you're struggling, right, but you're striving. And so I even shot the music video in front of Minnie's Food Pantry, because Minnie's,
very good.
Yes, Minnie's does not discriminate against you by zip code. It's like if you need help, we got you.
You need help. Yep.
So yeah, that's what's going on.
Nice. But I like that you're putting a personal touch to it as well, because you know everybody in Dallas knows Minnie's. Whether you need help or you're donating, you're connected somehow, some way. Now, shyness was one of the things that you have been very open about, which is so fitting because of your name. Tell me, how do you continue to push past that? Because obviously you're doing so. You're releasing music, you're performing, you're up here talking to me. Something's working out.
Right. So for me, I push past it because I realize that there are other younger people who have gifts and talents that need to be shared. And the reason why I chose to say gifts, right, and not just emphasizing talents, is because a gift, the object of it is to share it, right? So what does it matter if you have a gift and you never share it with anybody? So despite the fact that I may feel a little awkward about it, or don't want to say this, or kind of in my head about it, I realize that this is something that the other person needs. This is something that they would want. This is something they would desire. And so I think about the person on the other side, the listener, what they're going to receive from it, and the impact and what I can impart by what I say. So, yeah.
You know, I like what you said about sharing, just because I know you take the time to really think about being able to have your music shared with children, right? That's really important to you, making sure that the lyrics are appropriate. And so why was that such a big front for you as well?
Because there's so, like, I think there's this misconception about what rap music is or what spoken word is. And I think they think that it's a monolith, but the truth of the matter is it can be expressed in several different ways. Also, I believe that kids need something to listen to that they enjoy. And lastly, is because when I started doing this, I didn't start doing music because I wanted to be famous. I started doing it because I wanted to be the person who could be a role model. I saw a lot of rappers say, I'm not trying to be the role model. And I was like, I'll be the role model and the lyricist.
I'll do it. Yes, indeed. You step into those shoes. But you know what? The people who set out with good intention and don't necessarily want certain things out of the journey, but just say, here, this is what the journey is going to bring to me. Those are usually the people that end up doing real well. And here we are, right? So I can't wait for you to perform today, especially as MLK Day. This is a perfect day for it. So I'm going to let you go get ready. And you can find ShySpeaks on Instagram at ShySpeaks. You can also check out her website, ShySpeaks.com. And now, you guys, here she is performing her new song, Struggle.
Yeah, listen, I ain't got nothing but love for you. At the bottom, feeling busted with no flip mode. I got nothing but love for you. Cause I know struggle ain't limited to no zip code. Listen, no matter where you are in the struggle, you still striving. Ghetto 6 suburbs, it's so superb, you surviving. Down, don't discriminate, it's a weight like a long line. Oh yeah, it get heavy when you're delayed for a long time. You wanna stand out, really don't wanna spot, not under the press. You don't wanna be under the rest, nor be under the rest. Woo, trust me, I get it. I know I heard you scrambling, but it sounded like what's in my skillet. I've been down too, down but never knocked out. Every day like my round two. Heard somebody granny say every morning that Mercy's new. That's why my arms stay lifted like Lamborghini Mercy's do. It ain't all victory, sometimes it's a surrender sign. Life can be so cold, but not just around December time. California king sitting at a nice height in $1 million home that you can't sleep in at night cause you feel so low. And you really trying to do it, live in the hood. Trying to do good, pay most of the bills, now the money's all spent. They ask you, can you pay your rent? And you really hate to tell them it's a no-go. You just want up and nothing less, cause nothing in your dreams really wanna be distressed. The problem is that struggle is sitting in a stylish desk, and we just can't run away. We've been fashionably finessed. We can live in the suburbs, outskirts of the city. That don't automatically mean that the bank account pretty. You can have a little land riding around the country bumping. That don't automatically mean that the pocket's fat pumpkin, and you waiting your turn, feel like you riding 100 benches. Imagine how it feel when you've been raised in the trenches. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. I've been saying it from the get-go, from the ghettos to the sticks to the meadows. If you ever hit the bottom, you in the club like stilettos. Basically, the basis is the world is the ghetto. I say the world's the ghetto. Some people got an attitude. They like to think the bottom has a longitude and latitude is ludicrous. Even Luda wouldn't be opposed. Their struggle got holes in different area codes. Luda wouldn't be opposed to say that struggle got holes in different area codes. I see you at the bottom. People overlook you, always staring at the top. That's why I took the time to stop and say, I ain't got nothing but love for you. At the bottom, feeling busted with no flip mode. I got nothing but love for you. Cause I know struggle ain't limited to no zip code. And that's the truth. Struggle is not limited to a zip code. So if you're struggling, I wanna salute you for still striving. And I'm singing this and signing this with love. ShySpeaks.